Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Prince Magnum channel where hot rodding and romance do coexist. I'm your host, Prince Magnum. Welcome to kind of a quick live stream channel update. You guys can ask some questions and everything. Uh, but we have to postpone the Cinnamon Live a couple more days. Basically, the sword didn't get well enough, so we want to hold off just a little bit longer. It's just kind of one of those things that uh, we don't want to risk getting any makeup in there. Princess Faye and I talked about this again, great length, and she's like, "Look, we could try to cover it up," and I'm like, "Yeah, do you feel comfortable with that?" And she's more or less like, "Not really," you know. So it's one of those things that, for my own personal safety, we're going to hold off one more day, um, which kind of works out because it'll give me a chance to kind of prepare for Wednesday. Wednesday we're going to come back. I'm going to stay pretty busy Wednesday. Thursday is going to be pretty busy for us. Of course, tomorrow's Tuesday Night Madness, which that means I've got something awesome to upload as kind of like a trailer for the pre-show um, and the main show, which, of course, Ian and I had talked about at great length because of the fact that, I mean, both both shows are still Ian's brainchild. He kind of, a lot of people may not remember, uh, but there was a time that Ian used to host both shows, and he just couldn't keep up with both of them, and he more or less just kind of started kind of pulling people in to kind of give him a hand. For example, I know there for a while Raven. It was Raven hosted the pre-show, and Raven did a great job. Raven did a great job. Broken Mike's been hosting it for a little while, and of course, oh, that's right. I am doing the pre-show tomorrow. Well, I guess I'm going to have to. I, I couldn't remember who was. Hello, Jonathan. Welcome to the live stream. Do not use my real name. That's a big no-no. Don't ever use my real name here on the channel. When the cameras are off, I'm not in the stream or anything like that. When I'm not on YouTube, you are more than welcome to call me by my real name. But when I'm on YouTube, it has been asked. It has been asked that you do not use my real name. It's fine. I just want to reiterate, it's out of respect for Alcoholics Anonymous and for respect for the program, because there is a tradition that says that we remain anonymous at the level of press, radio, and film, and now AA has included the internet. Hey, what's going on? Think different. Good to see you, buddy. My moderators know that if anybody uses my real name, they are the name looks awfully familiar. I have to confess, I'm horrible with, it's one of those things I don't remember off the top of my head. I apologize. I have met so many people, and I'm getting old on y'all, and so I suffer from that sometimers, and Oh yeah, okay. I remember you now. Gotcha, gotcha. It's been a while. Um, so what situation? Okay. Um, well, I don't know if you caught the update, one of the update videos, the unboxing, but we'll take a quick walk. We'll take a quick walk. Third Gen, you ask a good question. Right there. Got it in. We'll be breaking out the spray gun probably sometime either this week or next week. I've started squaring away time from work. Uh, Basically, work no Princess Faye. Hey, it's all good, man. We're gonna get her fixed. We're gonna get her fixed. Frame is straight, bumper straight. You know, Spirit will be fine. She'll rock and roll once again. Uh, But this is the opportunity here. Okay, y'all got to understand. Okay, yes, it's tragic. It sucks. Okay, when something like this happens to your project that you've been working on, your baby, you got to understand there. Sometimes, oh yeah, it's a great car. You know, um, here's the thing. Okay, this is my opportunity. While she's apart, I can fix all sorts of stuff. Okay, we can straighten out a lot of stuff. There's a lot of rust that. Hey, what's going on, Zero? There's a lot of rust that we've been needing to get to. A lot of stuff that we've been needing to fix for quite a while. Um, and this is our opportunity to basically get in there and get to work on these things. And as a matter of fact, every now and again, Ian will mention, "Hey, man, well, see, the thing of it is yes, the rust does show character, and I know that is a thing today. People like that patina, that rat rod look, but she's not exactly rat rod style, if you will. That's more something you might, yes. And I was actually getting ready to get to that, Zero. Don't get ahead of the train just yet, okay? Let me explain something. Okay, that the rat rod look is awesome. I love rat rods. Okay, I have a soft spot for rat rods. Rat rods, yeah, yeah, yeah. That most of them old Chevy pickups, those old square bodies, do have a lot of rust. But bear with me just a moment, okay? The problem is that rat rods are done specifically to look that way. Now, and the best time to do those, to make those look that way, is the ones that are pre 1940s. Okay, basically you start from about 1940 and just work your way. Yeah. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. We're doing great. That sort of thing. Channel's grown quite a bit since you've probably been over this way. It's grown a lot. So real quick, you guys, you bring up a good point. Some cars do look good with that surface rust look. And typically speaking, that, as some people like to call it, that patina, yes. But those vehicles are done a specific way. Hey, honey. They're meant to be that way, okay? Now, in the case of something like Project Spirit, or for that matter, we'll start in the 1950s. Oh, absolutely. Um, so if you start around the 1950s, you don't want that rusty look. It doesn't sit well with the cars. Okay? So you start around, we'll say 1950, and you start working your way towards modern times. When you get around the 60s and 70s, you definitely don't want that rusty old patina look, okay? That rat rod look. It really doesn't suit those vehicles well. It never has, okay? Now that doesn't mean that they don't look good, because they've got that old look, that old vibe, and a little bit of rust doesn't hurt nothing in this case. That slightly aged look. But we're talking rust holes, okay? Project Spirit has been slowly rusting, okay? If you go all the way back to her earlier videos and you crank it up to now, okay, you can see that the rust is getting worse. Now, we have stopped some of those. Well, hello there, Eagle Fang. Welcome to the live stream. So we've stopped some of it, but that's not enough. We need to stop all of it. Okay. Now, the only way to do this, the only way you do this is you have to, you know, I don't even get that one, Ian. Um, the only way to do this is to um, get it down to the bare metal. Yep, that's right. That's right. Uh, yep, I know the one you're talking about. The one that had the 305 that was acting a little goofy, and I tweaked that timing a little bit. She squared up pretty quick. Amazing what you could do when you know what they're supposed to sound like. Yep, absolutely. So, um, so this is an opportunity to get in there. Was it the three? I could have swore. Okay, tranny soldiers matter. Well, welcome to the live stream. All right, rock and roll. All righty, really quick. Again, I want to apologize for those who were hoping for the cinnamon live stream today. Look, folks, Princess Faye is my makeup artist, and we all know I enjoy doing some acting and everything. And camels? I don't know. I've seen a few in the zoo, and I've smoked camels. I guess. All right. Oh no! Oh, it went into an S10 for racing. Okay, okay. I'm not a big fan of Camel Wide cigarettes myself. Myself, if I'm smoking cigarettes, I like my Pall Mall 100s. But I tell you, my personal favorite. If you're going to talk Camels, Camel cigarettes, my personal all-time favorite. Camel non-filters. Yeah, I'm one of those. I love my Camel non-filters. I actually miss the Pall Mall non-filters. Y'all are sitting there going, dang, man. Yeah. Yeah, Lucky Strikes were good. I've had Lucky Strikes. I've had Lucky Strikes. You cannot get non-filters anymore. But and I'll be honest with you. I know smoking is bad for you. I mean, that's why, I swapped over to the vape, but I'll be absolutely honest with you. One of the reasons why it's also really hard. Ooh. Oh yeah, you don't smoke anymore. Hey, it is bad for you. And I'll be honest with you though, I do still enjoy it. That's a big hard problem. I don't I still smoke cigars and I use the vape. Must be a new lingo I'm not understanding because I mean, you say camels, I think of, cigarettes, you know. Must be a new lingo. Well, I wouldn't I've been smoking for years. I've smoked for years and I still enjoy my cigarettes. I enjoy cigarettes. You know, it's relaxing, it's nice, it's nice, it's a nice way for me to relax. And I understand that, a lot of people worry about my health as far as, the smoking problem. Uh, but I don't do it. Now, somebody mentioned smoking the green stuff. Okay, really quick. Unless it is doctor prescribed for me, this is just for dear old Prince Magnum here. Unless it is doctor prescribed, you know, oh, absolutely. You go enjoy that food. Well, okay, in cigarettes, it's about 10,000 carcinogens in cigarettes. In vape, in your vapor solution, it's only, I think, five. So still not necessarily healthy. Um, what's your question? Um, it's the problem though is that why? Oh, Viagra's here. Right, the nicotine. Which the nicotine is not so much a drug, it does react with the central nervous system and is actually a poison to the central nervous system. It's just that we don't get enough of it to actually be deadly, you know. Viagra's in the background. She'll whoop up on somebody. Yeah, nicotine is still toxic. Yes. So, you know, uh, yes, I know it's bad, but it's one of those things. So again, I Princess Faye and I discussed this. It's just too dangerous for me to do the cinnamon live today. Um, Welcome to the live stream. I cannot pronounce that. How's it going, stranger? Well, truth is stranger than fiction. That's how. No, everything's going great. Everything's going great over here on at HQ, and we're just chilling out, Wang Chung, and that sort of thing. Uh, just kind of getting caught up with each other. We had to postpone a couple of streams, because of, basically, I did some acting and got a horrible, nasty spot there, and it just the makeup won't go well on it. So rather than run a risk of causing myself damage, we're just gonna mix that. Really, over here on this channel, we don't get trolls. I get stalkers. Really. Huh. I'll boot them out if it. Hey, I understand, Meowgard. I understand. You haven't been feeling too great, but you know what? You just rest up, okay? You rest up. I'm just glad you're here. So, yeah, pretty much, because of this, and I'm not sure what caused it, but we just don't want to run the risk. So, Princess May and I have decided to postpone the Cinnamon Live till Wednesday. We're just going to have to double up, you know. Yeah, we all love you, Meowgard. We have two people that stalk this channel, and one of them I used to work with. And if it's him, the offer still stands. I can use Project Lena to run you, and you know what will happen. Uh-oh, Queen Bee in the house. She's going to be breaking out the wrenches and whacking people. So we have to postpone. Now, over on TikTok, I do have some backup in case of something like this. I can still get you guys your cinnamon fix over on TikTok because I did an extra recording. I can get you guys your TikTok over there. See, over on this channel, I don't get trolls. I get stalkers. Really. How many times I got to tell you? I mean, I don't swing that way. I, I mean, despite popular belief, I don't swing that way. I'm married, okay? You'll find somebody and they'll sweep you off your feet. They'll take you out on a date. They'll buy you a foot long. You'll swallow it whole. But you'll find them. Even as crusty as you are, there is always someone out there. But it isn't me.
Yeah. Zero's dying right now. Like, really, dude? It's why. Margaret's dying now. I mean, oh my gosh, that's probably one. Margaret's just like, I can't with you. Ian. Yeah, that's probably. I haven't done that one in a while. Haven't had to, really. You know. Oh man, that was good. But no, just for the sake of health issues, we decided that it would be wise just give it a couple more days, let that heal up. Because I went into my usual routine, and my routine, basically, it's after work, a hot soak. Always get a hot soak, kind of clear the head. It's really good. And, I get all clean shaven and everything, kind of prep myself. And, so when I come out, I'm in the mindset that I'm going to be playing this character, okay? And I'm going to be playing the character of Cinnamon. And, at that point, I'm prepping. Well, Princess Faye, we're getting ready to sit down. The makeup's getting ready to go on. And she gets one look. She's like, really, I don't 100% feel comfortable with this. I can work around it if you insist. I said, well, if you're not comfortable, that's already a red light to me. Okay, that's good enough for me. And she's like, if you really want to do it, I said, no, if you're feeling uncomfortable, then we're going to stop right there. And see, I trust Princess Faye's judgment. Oh my gosh, zero. That's a lot of game files there. Mm. So, uh, because of basically, it's like this is my health, and for those that don't know, when I used to work nursing, my last year of nursing, I kept taking staph infections. So rather than run that risk again of getting, I had 13 staph infections in 1 year, and ended up getting one more after I left nursing. And I basically said, okay, we can't play this game. Okay, so we don't run that risk. We don't play with that stuff. But in a nutshell, uh, the scar over here was actually from my very first one, and it was all Mr. Babyface looking kind of guy. Oh my goodness. So because of that, I had the whole baby face thing going on, and I don't anymore because of that, and so we don't run that risk. And this one is way too close to my eye, so we don't want to chance it. Okay. Mhm. So that's why we're just playing it smart. Okay, we're playing it smart, just the way it is. Uh, you know, it is what it is. So at least I'm all clean shaven and I feel good. And I'll tell y'all right now, okay, no great feeling. Freshly shaven and everything. Walk up to your sweetheart and just run your cheek up against her. It, one of those things. So wow. Zero. Honestly, zero. It's a character. Hey, what's going on, J Dog? Okay, Zero. Think about it like this. Absolutely, Meowgren. Good to see you, J Dog. Absolutely wonderful to see you. And here's the thing, okay, Zero. Let me explain something about the character Cinnamon. Okay. Um, think of Robin Williams as Mrs. Doubtfire. Okay. And I honestly think that if Robin Williams would have looked young enough during the time he played Mrs. Doubtfire, he might have went the other way and played it different. You know, played it totally different. But the thing of it is that he didn't go that way. Okay, he went the other way because he was starting to look older then. Okay, so because of the fact that he was looking older and that he went that direction, because he's an amazing actor, he could have played it the other way too. I wish I had that level of talent. I mean, I'm talented when it comes to acting, the character, but you guys got to understand, it's a character that we're still is still technically in development. Absolutely, I miss Robin Williams too. So think along those lines. Now, if you want to go further back than Robin Williams, we can go further back than that. Back in the 1980s, for those of us who are old enough to remember this, there was a TV show called Bosom Buddies that had Tom Hanks in it. Tom Hanks and the person he played. Oh, there you go. I haven't played Tetris in forever. But anyhow, so going back in time, if you will, Robin, what's going on, Harold? I seen, but Tom Hanks played in Bosom Buddies with some other guy, I forget who, and basically they played a couple of drag queens. Oh, absolutely, classic TV show. So when I play the character Cinnamon, I automatically think a lot about those shows. Bosom Buddies and Mrs. Doubtfire. Those are the ones that come across the mind constantly as I'm playing the character. Now I will tell you all, playing the character Cinnamon does have a drawback. Okay. Oh wow. Dang. So you learn something new every day. Okay. I'm gonna tell y'all that playing Cinnamon has some consequences. And one of the consequences is when I come out of the live stream, automatically I'm over on TikTok, right? You guys are familiar with this. And I'll do a couple TikToks as Cinnamon. But then lately I've been doing the one where I'm kind of just sitting on camera and I'm talking to the camera, kind of like we are now, and it has some positive message. Well, that's not just for the positive message. There's another reason. Basically, I'm trying to come out of character. I'm stuck in the Cinnamon character at that point, and I'm trying to come out. That is my, oh, you don't use it? Oh, man. There's some good stuff over there. There's some not so good stuff. But basically, I start, okay, 19, so you remember Bosom Buddies. So that's one of the, yeah. Also, if you go further back than that, there was a TV show called Soap with Billy Crystal in it. And Billy Crystal played a homosexual male, and in that, yes, you were born in so was I. I was born in 1979. So, 81, there you go. See? So a lot of us remember those old TV shows. But the TV show Soap, y'all remember, for those of you who are old enough to remember that TV show, Billy Crystal played a homosexual male. And in that TV show, he constantly talked about, getting a sex change for a good while. But then some people from the homosexual, Morton Mindy, yep. Some people from the homosexual community got kind of upset. They're like, "Hey, man, could you kind of? I mean, we get it. It's more satire, but could you kind of go a little easy on it? Yep. Dallas and Knots Landing, the sister show to Dallas. I actually remember those. Dukes of Hazzard. Who doesn't love Dukes of Hazzard? Come on, who's with me? Dukes of Hazzard. Great TV show. Loved it. Oh, man.
In the 90s, we had, yep, Dukes of Hazzard. Come on. Where's my Dukes? Where's my Dukes fans? Come on, Dukes fans. I'm doing great, Simon. Good to see you, buddy. Where are my Dukes fans? Come on. Dukes of Hazzard. 78. Okay, you're before me. Absolutely. Knight Rider fans. Come on, Knight Rider fans. There we go. Welcome to the live stream, King. Yep, you're a part. Oh, this your birthday this week? That's what's up, Simon. Happy birthday, my friend. Oh, absolutely. Knight Rider all the way. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It wasn't like the original. They tried, but you got to remember the source material was different. Okay. And I'm going to say something right now. All right. Oh, there you go. Yep. Queen, tomorrow's your birthday. Oh, big streamer hug to you, Queen. Happy birthday. That's what's up. There you go. That's what's up. All right. I most people may not know this, but um, absolutely, absolutely. Um, if you think about it, the Dukes of Hazzard, despite having, the Confederate flag right over the top, well, it's not the Confederate flag. I apologize. I apologize, historian, purist. It had the South Carolina battle flag. Oh, Knight Rider, great TV show. Great TV show. Who doesn't love the Hoff? Okay. And Kit. Oh my gosh. Who doesn't love Kit? Um, Kit the talking car. 83 Trans Am. Oh, this Sunday's your birthday? That's what's up. I got a birthday coming up quick too. August the 7th is my birthday. And that's not that far away. Guys, I'm going to be turning 42. I'm getting old on y'all. The old Prince Magnum's getting to be an old man. That's what's up. Oh, you turned 40 this year? Yeah, I'll tell you to be honest with you, since I've turned 40. Oh, you turned 41 last week? My goodness, we got all sorts of birthdays. Evidently, all of our parents didn't watch much television during the winter time. Must have been boring TV shows on at that time. Yeah, there's a lot of you lurky turkey right now, or YouTube. The counter's broken with YouTube again because we up to 35. Oh, I know the one you're talking about. Yep. Yep. That was the Plymouth LeBaron from around the late 80s that was able to do that. If you ever want to see a movie that has that particular car in it, an easy one, Short Circuit 2. The car that they have, that the bad guys are driving in that movie is the one that you're referring to. And I think if I remember correctly, it was late 80s. Chrysler LeBaron, I think, what it was. Yeah. Chrysler LeBaron, if I remember correctly. I know the one you're talking about. Yep. And it was a goofy little vehicle. I don't know if I like the blue light on me. Pretty cool, though. Anyhow. So, there you have it, Again, the counter may be broken. I don't know. Or a lot of you are lurky turkey. We up to 44 that I can see. Rock on. So he could have put that in there. Because the voice module stuff, all that stuff, we were making that stuff back then. And a lot of people still build replicas of KITT. Um, there's replicas everywhere. But yep. So yeah, that's freaking awesome, man. Uh, let's see. It would be cool. You could build them yourself. There are companies that build all the reproduction stuff for KITT. So building your own version, you just got to have the coin, but you can do it. You could do it all day long, you know. A lot of people do. Yeah, I know. I know. My mom used to watch a lot of the soap operas back in the '80s. Oh, here's a bit of trivia for you all. Yep, the moolah. Okay, bit of trivia for you guys. Okay, you're gonna love this. For those who want to be on Jeopardy, if you will, there's another famous YouTuber that I occasionally watch. Might say, um, David Hasselhoff, before he was in Knight Rider, was in a soap opera. He did work a soap opera for a couple seasons, but he was on one, and it taught him to be the amazing actor that he later on became when he got onto Knight Rider. He really, he actually said that it taught him how to really be a good actor, because you would get one full page of dialogue, and you had to, yeah, Magnum PI. Okay, here's another bit of old tidbit information. We all know that Christopher Reeves, I'm sorry, no, we all know, was it, sorry, Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, the original, okay? Harrison Ford played that part, and he played it well. And the part was always kind of wrote for him. But because he'd been in Star Wars as Han Solo, they didn't want to necessarily bring him in for George Lucas again into Raiders. So they had their eye on somebody else. And there for a second, I was thinking of Superman, but no, I'm sorry. But guy who played it, Magnum PI. Hang on, just had it. He was actually supposed to be Indiana Jones. He was supposed to be Indiana Jones, but he wasn't. Sure you are. I'm waiting. Y'all be sure to screenshot that. Right? But the guy who played in Magnum PI, he was supposed to be Indiana Jones, but he got the part for Magnum PI. That's why they're like, okay, we got to go with Harrison Ford after all. But yeah, for those that want to be on Jeopardy, a little bit of that history. And he actually did do some of the there was like some test runs with him doing the parts. If you can get your hands on those special features and see it, yes. But he did play some test parts. In doing the original Superman, the guy who directed it, he had some real good guy doing his lighting. And the gal that played Lois Lane, she's like, I always felt amazing. The guy who did the lighting and set up the camera shots and everything, basically was in charge of a lot of the photography. She mentioned in the special features, like what he did is he would actually yell, "Quiet on the set. I'm lighting the lady." And yeah. Well, see, the big problem that I have with a lot of action shows today, I don't care if it's on TV, I don't care if it's in movies. One of the biggest problems that I get, thank you, Chairman. But basically, the problem is that, thank you guys, appreciate it, is doing good. Hey, what's going on, Craig? Dang, 79. Holy crap. Either A, we got a broken counter, or B, there's a lot of y'all lurky turkey. That's what's up. All right. Which that's fine. You know, y'all don't have to say nothing to hang with me. It's all good. You know, you all hang out with me, Wang Chung, kick back, have a soda. There you go. All right. So just kind of take that in for a second, okay? That there used to be really good stuntmen back in the day. Well, today, to basically, because being a stuntman, you know what? That's all good too. That's fine too. Absolutely, Zero. Absolutely. So kind of take this in. Today, you get a lot of this with the camera. They just flop the camera around a lot, okay? So that's to make up for the fact that they're just not paying good stuntmen anymore. And a lot of it might have to do with insurance, and the production companies don't want to spend the money. And that's why you even get a lot of CGI effects when back in the day, give you a great example. In Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, that bridge scene, absolutely, it's lazy. It's lazy stunt work at that point. Okay. So now that I've said that, okay, give you guys an idea. Long before we had the CGI effects that we do today, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, that bridge scene when the bridge snapped and it did this number, they actually shot that. They built the bridge. They built the mannequins that flailed around and everything. They built that. And they only had one shot. They had to get it right. Hey, what's going on, Ian? There he is, Mr. Gamer Ian. So when you think about it in that aspect, dang, a lot of folks watching. Heck yeah. So when you think about it in that yeah, it did work. It did work. But they did it in a way that it did work. Today, they just flail it around to make up for bad stuntmen so they could save money. Okay? It's bad stunt work. All right? Plain and simple. Okay? Now, your counter says 6. Okay. Either way, it's all good. Yep. Yeah, they did. Oh, Star Trek 1? Yes. Well, the special effects is in Star Trek the Motion Picture were cutting edge for the time. And let me say right now, the greatest special effects movie of all time, the original Tron. Well, thank you, Miss Bethy. Welcome to the live stream. Just the way I'm made. But anyhow, so kind of, just kind of take that in for a moment. Basically, if you will, the original Tron, what, 1981, 82?
I did a video a few years back where we had to reference that movie. Um, we did it on the original Tron was a great movie. Now I will say Tron Legacy was it was okay. It was really okay, but I honestly Zero, you gotta see it. You've got to see it. I'm telling you, if you haven't seen the original, you're really missing out. You've got to check it out. I did reference the original. Well, okay. That's not 100% fair, okay? See, the problem, hey, what's going on? Mikey G. You got to understand, a lot of time has passed since the original Tron movie, okay? So when they did they didn't reboot it, they tried to continue the story. And that I appreciate because not every fucking franchise out there needs a reboot, okay? It doesn't need a reboot. Okay? Look what they did with Ghostbusters. Now granted they did do a good job. I mean, it's a good movie, but it didn't need to be a reboot. They could have continued it. Okay? So they could have continued the story. But that's not what we got. We got a reboot. I'm sorry. Not everything needs a reboot. Okay? Plain and simple. It doesn't always need a reboot. So here's the thing I'm going to say. Okay? Well, the problem is because it is a reboot. A lot of us, the old Ghostbusters fans, and for the record, I like it. I like the reboot, but I was pissed off because I was hoping that they would continue the story. That part I was upset about. Because I wanted a continuation of what I know as Ghostbusters. Okay? So, in that regard, I wanted a continuation of the story. Grand total of 79 likes that I could... 80, dang, there we go. Absolutely. That's what's up. Brand new record if the counter's not broken. But anyhow, so kind of bear that in mind, okay? It's not that I hate it. I was just disappointed. I was disappointed in the fact that they did a reboot and they didn't continue the story. That was the disappointing part. Was it good? Yes. But you guys got to understand, a lot of us in the fandom, of 1980s stuff, we wanted a continuation of the story. That's what we want. Right. We wanted a continuation of the story. A lot of us that, we love our 80s stuff. Okay? Now, granted, I will say, and let me give you guys another example. Modern alternative music. Okay? And I'm going to say it, and I'm not going to pull any punches. Oh, it was good. I loved it. I think they did a good job with what they were presented with. Okay? The lady actresses in that movie were presented with a stinker. Okay? They really were. They were presented with a stinker. Because they really should have gotten a continuation. Kind of like a passing of the torch. What's going on, T-Belly? Folks, let's take a moment here. We've got the amazing T-Belly in the live stream. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic retro gamer in my live stream right now, hanging with us. What's going on, Sean? Absolutely, kept Slimer in all the movies. So if you've all not gotten to know my boy T-Belly, you need to get over there, check him out. Great personality. And I'm going to tell y'all, this guy's been clean and sober for over 15 years. When T-Belly has a drink, when he says, everybody have a drink with me, whatever you got, he knows I'm going to be raising a cup of coffee.
All right. And he doesn't care because he's that cool. You know, he's that cool. Y'all got to get over there and get to know my boy. All right. And amazing retro gamer. Amazing retro gamer. Oh yes, absolutely. And for the record, it will never be the same Ghostbusters. I have heard rumors they are finally going to continue the story. That oh shoot, I just had his name. Uh, Played Peter Venkman. Forget who. I know y'all know who. Uh, he's finally on board, and I'm gonna say it's gonna be hard because we don't have Harold Ramis. I miss Harold Ramis. Harold Ramis is one of the greats. You know, a lot of people tend to forget he was a part of National Lampoon's Vacation, National Lampoon's Animal House. Um, Obviously, all the Ghostbusters. You know. Oh, absolutely. Thank you, Bill Murray. Yes, Bill Murray. Bill Murray was dicking around with Ghostbusters, and yeah, National Lampoon's Animal House. Harold Ramis was in that. Yep. So I will tell you all right now, I'm a big fan of National Lampoon. Oh, really? Okay. Now, Agrid, my first celebrity crush was Cyndi Lauper. My first celebrity crush was Cyndi Lauper. Not a joke. Matter of fact, when she did the song Time After Time, I wanted to be her backup singer. The guy who played that, I wanted to be in his shoes when I was a kid. That was my celebrity crush. Okay, Paul Abdul. All right. All right. Come on, everybody. Who is your first celebrity crush? I'm waiting to see. Mariah Carey. Okay. Okay. Christina. Okay. Close enough. Yeah, mine was, believe it or not, Cyndi Lauper. So in the 80s, I was a Cyndi Lauper fan. There was two camps in the 80s. Come on, 80s babies, you remember this, okay? Where's my Gen Xers on this? You guys remember this. You either... Oh, there you go. Y'all remember this. You either were a fan of Madonna or you were a fan of Cyndi Lauper. Yep. Who's with me? And I was a Cyndi Lauper fan. Loved her hair. Mm-hmm. There you go. There for a little while. Matter of fact, I seen Cyndi Lauper in a commercial not that long ago. She looks good. She looks real good. She's managed to stay just very amazing looking after all these years. Just actually, I think she filled out a little bit, and she looks even better these days, in my opinion. It's like she's gotten better looking with age, and not many people do that. Yep. Yep. See. When I see all the people with different colored hair and everything, it just Michelle Rodriguez. Okay, okay. Uh, I'll just say this, because of my YouTube channel, I married my celebrity crush. There you go. Because of the YouTube channel, I ended up, I've already married my celebrity crush. You. Yeah, you are. That's what's up. Either the counter's broken or y'all, we had a lot of people come in. Which that's fine. That's fine. That's absolutely wonderful. I'm glad. Couldn't ask for more. Even if people just poked in and said, "Hey, what's up, man?" That's awesome. So again, you guys got to realize, I mean, I'm an '80s baby. I was born in '79, grew up during the '80s. You know, great TV shows. '82, dang, rock on. Again, the counter might be broken, but hey, we'll take it. Come on, they're barely in the office now. Wednesday Adams, oh, there you go. There you go. Well, you always gonna have that one special one. His special one that came in and wasted everybody's time, including his own. But hey, that's his problem, not ours. Oh, she married and has a kid. Well, there you go. That's what's up. That's awesome. Heather Graham, okay. Wednesday all the way for you, okay. Well, if you're gonna go that route, that blonde-haired gal on the Munsters was one of mine. Morticia Adams. I always liked that one blonde-haired gal from the Munsters. Come on, who's with me? Who's with me? Oh, you never watched the Munsters? I actually liked the Munsters more than the Addams Family. That's just me. I always liked the Munsters more than the Addams Family. Of course, I'm old enough to have watched Young Frankenstein. Oh shoot, it's in Blazing Saddles. Come on. Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh really? That's awesome. Now that is awesome. Gene Wilder, yes, Gene Wilder in Young Frankenstein. Amazing, amazing movie. Amazing. If you've never seen it, you're missing out. Good movie. Good movie. Which there really was a Dr. Frankenstein. Well, yeah. Honestly, I think it's time. But who would you get to play Herman Munster? I mean, really, who could you get to really play Herman Munster? Sandra Bullock? Okay. Okay. I dig it. Uh, I really don't have much in the way of, uh, I don't really have much in the way of celebrity crushes per se. I really don't. Um, a lot of them that I might look at now, it's like, man, you've aged well, or ooh, the drugs were hard on you, weren't they? The gal who played, he's tall. Yeah, he could do it. He could do it. Um, but yeah, um, you know, he, absolutely, absolutely. Uh, she never aged. Hey, there's some people that aged very gracefully. Larry Bird to play Herman Munster.
I don't know. Larry Bird. Is he still alive? Dang. That boy up there. He was a great basketball player. Great basketball player back in the day. He was amazing. Amazing. Uh, he was actually one of my favorites when I was a kid. Oh, absolutely. Betty White. Yeah, Betty White. She's aged very well. And every once in a while still does something, yeah. Thank goodness there's still things older than us, Meowred. Thank goodness there's still things older than us, right? Yeah, I'm coming up on a birthday. I'm gonna be 42 this year, guys. There you go. Yeah, thank goodness there's still things older than us. Matter of fact, one of the things I'll say at work when I'm handing somebody a real small amount of change, say, here's your change. Don't spend it all on a fancy record player for those of us old enough to remember those. I don't want to talk about it. And they'll all look at me and go, you don't look old enough to remember fancy record players. Oh, yeah, I know the ones you're talking about. The ones that sat on the floor, had the big speakers in it. You left the deck, the thing up, and there was your record player in there. Sometimes it had an 8-track player. And then they're like, oh, you remember those. Yep. Oh, absolutely. I keep telling everybody, I hope I stay young looking and my hair goes completely gray naturally. That way people won't know where to card me or give me a senior citizens discount. Oh, 35s and 45s and 35s. Oh man. Oh, that just ouch. Yep, big as a deep freeze chest. I remember those. My grandparents had one of those for years. Loved it. And every once in a while, my grandmother would break out the big full LPs, and we would listen to them. And believe it or not, in their collection, yep, in their collection, yep, you know what I'm talking about. In my grandparents' collection, there's actually a record. It's a 45 that you cut off. Well, I'm sorry, a 35 that you would cut off the back of a cereal box, and it was a record. You put it right on there, and it plays just like a record. Not a joke. Freaking cool. Oh, wow. And if it still plays, oh my gosh, yes, that would be so freaking awesome. Hey, what's going on, Ron? Welcome to the live, my friend. Absolutely. Good to see you, brother. I'm doing all right. I can't complain. We had to postpone the Cinnamon Live again. Basically, I'm not sure if it was like a pimple, or maybe I just got around something that just didn't agree with me at work. But I got this little sore thing going on. Princess Faye does not want to put makeup on it, so we're holding off on cinnamon right now. Oh wow, yes, yep, I remember those. I actually remember. All right, Gen Xers, who remembers having to get up to change the channel? No TV remote. Who remembers it with me? Who's with me? I remember that. Getting up, having to change the channel. Yep, there it is. Yep. Thank you, Ron. I appreciate that. Well, we don't want to take a chance in it turning infected because it's way too close to my eye. Way too close. It's let's just say my eyesight's more important. Yep. Had a TV remote. Yep. See? Yeah, a lot of us remember that early stuff. Oh, yeah. Hi, honey. Matter of fact, Princess Faye kept saying she wanted a typewriter. I went out and got her one of those electric typewriters that you could have bought from Target in the 1980s. Cool as hell too. Still works. Still works. She actually gets plays with it every now and again. Types a little something on it. She wanted a typewriter, so I got her one. Wow. That is awesome. Yep. Ron says hi. Yep. Who remembers the big rotary telephones? You know, yep. Who remembers that? Come on. Yep. Used to use typewriter. Type up your school reports. Yep. Uh-huh. I remember those. Your typewriter. Yeah, I was just talking about that. Yeah. Let's see.
I like my typewriter.
Yep. It's cool as heck.
Terrified to use it anymore because I just don't want it to break.
If it breaks, I'm sure there's somebody out there who can fix it. Right. Dang. Let's see. I do remember those. I never got to use one, but I've seen them. I know the ones you're talking about. Yep. Yes, I remember those. Oh my gosh. All right. Who remembers playing 8-bit video games when they were brand new? Legend of Zelda, the original Mario Brothers. Name anyone you want from the Atari 2600. Good God. See, I got to play Atari. I got to play the original NES. Come on, who's with me? Who remembers these days? I know a lot of you. When they were brand new.
Yeah. That's when I time travel.
Oh my gosh, you played on the Magnavox Odyssey? That is so freaking awesome. I would have loved to have tried the Odyssey. That is so awesome. First one I ever picked up was the Atari. My very first. I never got to play Moon Patrol. Yep. I was the same age, Ron. Same age when I got mine. Sean says hi.
Hi.
Princess Faye says hi. My goodness.
Hello.
Oh, I would have been upset too. Well, Princess Faye has something you guys would love to get your hands on. A plug and play Commodore 64 replica video game console. Has a lot of the old Commodore 64 games built into this little bitty plug and play console. Right now, there's some of y'all very jealous. I know Ian says he's like, you got to be kidding me. He's a big Commodore 64 fanboy himself. Yep, I bought her for this last winter solstice. Absolutely, and She's played it a few times. Not a big fan of the joystick. Really? See, I never got to play. I know the Odyssey had some really interesting quirks about it. Let's see. Um, I did want to try a lot of the Coleco stuff, but I never got to do that. That was a little bit before my time. The the consoles, the Coleco consoles, those are really neat. Yep, the Atari 2600. You couldn't beat it. I mean, how simple it was. And James Rolfe, who does the Angry Video Game Nerd, AVGN, he really nailed it down when he was talking about it. Mario 64 was a good game, but I will tell you all right now, there's something still so, there's nothing like it. You grab an old Atari 2600, just kind of picture this in your head. And as I started to say, this was talked about in AVGN's earlier episodes. But imagine, if you will, it's late at night, okay? And it's either you and your original NES or you and your Atari 2600. And the only other sound besides what's coming through the television. Oh, the original Mario Brothers was an amazing game. Absolutely. But imagine, if you will, all you have is the sound of your Atari 2600. Really? That is awesome. That is cool. You had your Atari 2600 and the sounds of crickets chirping. There's no sound more satisfying. This is not a joke, folks. If you've never experienced this, find yourselves a plug and play Atari flashback and give it a try. I promise that you'll see what I'm talking about. It's just something about it was just amazing. What's going on? There's my cousin Steven. I can't talk. You can definitely tell I've been streaming. Harold knows what I'm talking about. Come on, Gen Xers. You guys know what I'm talking about. Absolutely. Absolutely. There is no experience like what I'm describing. It's just you, your NES or your Atari, and you're sitting there. All you hear is the Atari or your NES, and you hear crickets chirping. And I will tell, and you're just sitting kind of Indian style on the floor, just playing your games. Just you and your games. Or maybe you're sitting on the couch, wherever, I don't know. But it's just you, your video game, and crickets chirping. Jungle Hunt, okay. Mine is Space Invaders for the 2600. Still my favorite. Right behind it, Stampede. I like Stampede. A lot of people may not. I enjoy Combat. Centipede was okay. Combat was fun. Princess Faye is a fan of Frogger. Believe it or not, she's a Frogger fan. Pac-Man was amazing on the 2600. Great game. The first time I ever played Pac-Man was on. Oh, absolutely. Who doesn't love Pac-Man? First time I ever played Pac-Man was on a video game cabinet. But the very first video game cabinet I ever played was. You gotta love this. Okay, there you go. Very first video game cabinet I ever played was Pole Position. Oh, who doesn't? Chesterfield Mall has an old arcade, but you cannot get in unless you have an invitation. Or a reservation of sorts. You can get in, but you have to have a reservation, or you better have an invitation. But there is an old arcade at Chesterfield Mall. Oh, there you go. That's what's up, Harold. And here on this channel, we have beaten the original Legend of Zelda on this channel. Absolutely. Yep. I'm going to say it. One of the things that probably makes, I know there's some of you that will, pinball. Oh my God, pinball. I love pinball. Love me some pinball. Get me some pinball, man. I love pinball. Love pinball. Love it. For PlayStation 1, I actually had a KISS pinball game. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Who didn't play the hell out of pinball back in the day? There you guys go. What? What happened?
Mark tried to take off for your birthday, and I was a month ahead. I took off for September 7th, 8th, and 9th.
Well, just change it.
I can't. It's already been accepted.
Yeah, shoot. Yeah, we'll worry about it when it comes time. Oh, see, I didn't find that one. Now you're making me hate. Oh. But I love me some pinball, man. Love pinball. Yep. I got good enough where, oh wow, Sonic the Hedgehog pinball. Oh wow. I bet that'd be something to see. Because by that time, pinball was slowly fading out. It was being phased out for other video games. Of course, now video game cabinets are a sorry excuse for themselves now. I'll tell y'all right now, pinball is not what it, video game cabinets aren't even nearly as cool as they used to be. But at least now you can get the level up video game cabinets. So I think our boy T-Belly, he's reviewed a couple of them. Absolutely. And I will tell anybody, I still love me some pinball. Yep. Love pinball. There we go. My goodness. Right. A lot of people forget that. Okay, folks, I'm going to blow your mind. Very first personal computer I ever touched was a Tandy. A Tandy. And at that time, the Tandy killed itself because it didn't make itself IBM compatible. Which Apple did that whole thing, basically speaking out against it. And then, of course, later on, Fortnite did a spoof on that when they basically started their own shop separate of Apple. Yeah.
Which that was interesting. That was really interesting. And of course, I got a skin out of that tournament. Yep. Interesting. Interesting. 1980s. Star Trek: The Next Generation came out. Really? Dang. Well, there was even a computer called the Atom computer. Wow. Now, see, something like that today would be interesting for people. They love that stuff. People love that stuff. Really? It could have been something like a Tandy for all we know. Tandy was very popular at one point in time. We have talked about all sorts of crazy stuff, haven't we? Tonight? It's been a hell of a stream. And I didn't really intend to stream this long. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's definitely been quite a heck of a, you know. Oh, no. We took a trip down memory lane. We talked about a little bit of everything, really. And, that's for sure. But I do need to spend a little bit of time getting ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a big day if I'm doing the pre-show. Which, Ian, if you're around, we'll grab up, and I've got to get over to Save the World. If you're on, we'll jump over there. A lot of the old stuff really isn't necessarily dying out like you think, Steve. Yeah. And a lot of it's coming back in a lot of ways. You can now go to Walmart and buy a record player and records again. You could go and buy your favorite bands now on record. When did this happen? A couple years ago. It started again. Basically, records were being phased out when I was a kid. Yes, you can go to Walmart right now and buy a record player. When I was during the 80s, you could still get records. Absolutely. But see now, okay, basically my children have gotten to see, well, it's not just the hipsters, okay? It's not just hipsters. Oh, okay, Queen, you just take it easy. Big streamer hug to you. Happy birthday. But real quick, I kind of give you guys an idea here. A lot of it has to do with the quality, okay? The quality. Rewind, basically, if you want the best sound quality, okay? You want the best sound quality out of your music. It's records, okay? It's going to be a record, period. And basically, my children have heard a few of these records, and now they want to hear it. They want those records. They want their own, okay? They don't want to have to go to retail shops. So the manufacturers seen an opportunity. They brought it back. Sound quality was amazing, wasn't it? And see, the thing of it is that we're now, I knew what you meant. Yeah. What's going on, Broken Mike? Broken Mike, check out the like counter. Either YouTube is really broken or we just have that many people stop in and say hello. That's what's up. 84 likes that I could see. It may be more than that. I don't know. YouTube may have just given up on life at this point. Like, yeah. 85. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Anyhow. See how many people remember what song that was from. Thank you so much, Mike. I appreciate that, man. It's just been, the thing I'm going to tell y'all, okay? 85, man. That's why I said that I could see. My counter, for some reason, leaves one out. I don't know why. It's just weird. There it is, 85. 86 now, dang. That's what's up. Hey. I think the wife has it open for a reason. I don't know.
What the fuck are you looking at? You want
Yeah, my counter's like one behind, so 86 then. Awesome.
Oh damn, bro, they're inside, bro.
You know?
I seen some ones that, last night that were pretty dope. Yeah. Yep.
But yeah,
It's like power.
so
and everything like that.
I do need to wind down the stream. I'm going to go aggravate Princess Faye a little bit before she has to lie down. I am going to hop over onto Save the World. Ian, if you're somewhere in the background, slide over, holler at me, whatever the case may be. And I know at some point tonight I'm going to be trying to load a video. We will, Zero. I'll tell her. I'll tell her. But all right, folks, it has been one heck of a stream. I appreciate all of you coming in, hanging with me, Lil Wang Chung. We went down memory lane in a big way tonight. That was awesome, wasn't it? You have fun with that. All right, folks. Be sure to slide over to the Teespring store, to the main page for here on the channel. There's a link on the banner. You can grab that link, go directly to the Teespring store, get your own Prince Magnum channel merch. Okay, we got merch for Project Spirit. We even got stuff for exclusive Princess Faye artwork. Okay, grab some of it. Okay, and we try to add to the store as often as we possibly can. That now being said, get out there and work on a project. Don't care what it is, just do something with yourselves. Remember, idle hands and creative mind go together like oil and water. If you have a sweetheart, sweep them off their feet. Do something special for them today. And as always, for all of you out there, if no one out there has told you that they love you today, Prince Magnum does. God bless you and have a happy 24. Thank you.